Hi, I'm Nick Hansen of Arrowhead Tennis and Athletic Center, and this is your Thursday tennis tip. Today we're going to talk about how to play against the very consistent / defensive player. Okay, the player who's like the human backboard who just keeps getting the ball back over and over again. A lot of times they don't hit with a lot of pace. So here's a couple of things you can do. First and foremost, be patient, okay? So just because they're not hitting the ball that hard doesn't mean you want to start going for shots that are outside of your league and trying to hit a bunch of winners. So just maintain patience. Another thing that you want to do is keep your feet moving, okay? It's a lot of times when that ball's coming up high or not a lot of pace on it, there's a tendency to wait for it and wait till it gets up too high or too low, but you want to make sure you keep using little steps and readjusting so that you can get the ball in your ideal strike zone. Another thing that you can do is try to get to the net to finish points out. So don't just come into the net at anything, but if you get the opportunity to hit a nice approach shot, hit that, come on in, and finish the point off at the net. Alternatively, you can also draw your opponents in the net. A lot of defensive and consistent players don't like coming up to the net, so you can use a drop shot to draw them into the net, and then you can hit a passing shot or a lob on them. So as always, try to get a lot of first serves in, and don't be afraid to hit down the middle of the court a lot. A lot of really defensive and consistent players like to run back and forth, so if you give them those angles, sometimes they can use it against you. Now, I'm not saying never to hit to the corners, but don't be afraid to just hit up the middle of the court and be patient early in the point until you get an opportunity to do something. Also, learn from the consistent and defensive player. It's something everyone wants to have in their game, and the more consistent that you can be, the more matches that you win. That's why it's so frustrating to play against consistent players like this. So take a little bit of that into your own practice and try to get as consistent as possible. I'm Nick. This is your Thursday tennis tip. Come on out and we'll show you some more.